What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Essentials Podcast. This may be a little shocking in this episode, and I'm very sorry, but if you have been been with us through it all, thank you so much. But we want to tell you today's our last episode. We are going to be starting fresh and brand new with a new podcast called, get ready, Brewed in Faith. And maybe wondering, why is it called Brewed in Faith, like coffee? Well, because I'm a 1,000% coffee lover, and back in the day, I'm sure people drank coffee maybe in Jesus' biblical times. So we're going to be brewing in faith, and because people wake up in the morning, you can stream the new podcast in the morning while you're drinking your coffee. So we're excited, and the reason why this inspired me is because we have been doing this podcast ever since the NWR podcast with nightly Bible studies, and it was good, but not good enough, right? So some people I really look up to in the podcast world, Unplanned Podcast, if you ever heard of them, with Matt Howard and Abby Howard, and Abby Howard went with some other Abby Howard, which is just a coincidence that she found another Abby Howard that I guess she knows, and they created a new podcast called the Always Here Podcast. And I thought that's so amazing because they're starting fresh, starting small, and going to grow their way. And I thought, why not be in the fight with them? Because we're going to do all YouTube, all Spotify, all Apple Podcasts. We're going to make sure you get it all when you're supposed to get it. So we're going to be launching our first episode tomorrow. Okay, this may be a shock to you. We'll have a website. We'll keep it up to date. We'll have an app. Again, we will let you know when. Actually, once this episode finishes, we're going to have probably one more post before this, like a minute before this. As soon as this post and you hear it, go ahead and search on YouTube for the Brewed in Faith podcast. And it will be starting fresh. It'll be nothing on the channel. And you'll be able to click on it, subscribe, and as soon as we launch the first episode tomorrow, you'll be in the know, in the loop. We're going to be trying to get our new studio set up slowly but surely, but we're going to try to get that set up, as well as getting a new podcast mic to record on. I'm so excited. We're also going to be answering your questions on the phone number. There will be a no callback number, so you can call us and leave a voicemail of your question and a question you want us to answer, or you can email it in. And then we're going to be taking your text, but we're not responding back. So that's a thing there for you for privacy. So you can text us once we get it all set up, but we will not be answering back. But we will be answering your questions on air. We'll be doing live episodes all coming soon. Okay, our first episode, we're recording tomorrow, not in the studio, but we're recording tomorrow, and we're super excited, super pumped about this new Brewed in Faith podcast, because once we start, we're going to try to be as big as Whoa, That's Good podcast with my wonderful favorite podcast, Sadie Robertson, Whoa, That's Good podcast. So we're going to try to get as big as them maybe and do all kinds of things like that. So I'm excited for this podcast, and I hope you are. So if you're excited, make sure you subscribe to the Brewed in Faith podcast. We'll try to put the link for the channel below, so click on that. Or I think nowadays here on Spotify, you have to copy the link and then paste it to your browser. I did find that out, I believe, on Spotify, but we're going to try to make this podcast huge. We're going to try to posting it everywhere. So we won't be on social media, but we'll be on other places. We're going to be here on YouTube. We're going to be on LinkedIn. We're going to be across all music podcast platforms. Like we said, not social media, but we will be on like LinkedIn, possibly Pinterest, with some boards that have different episodes that you can listen to if you're that kind of person. So we're excited. So make sure you join us in the fight, the Brewed in Faith podcast. And then maybe we'll get sponsors from Keurig, other places. So Keurig, if you're listening to this, stay tuned to our new podcast, which will be called Brewed in Faith. You'll be able to stream it anywhere. And maybe, just maybe, we can build this podcast up in the next maybe 5 years. And we'll actually have a real live studio with real live people working behind the scenes to help me produce the show, all the cool stuff. And we'll be able to, I don't know, we're just so excited. So make sure you join us back on Brewed in Faith. We will probably be coming back for one last episode after this to let you know where and when you can stream it on the music like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts. We'll let you know where you can stream that and probably provide the links for that. But if you're watching on our YouTube channel, which is South Carolina Independent News, we'll let you know we're getting an update to that as well. It's going to be futurely called WYFI News. WYFI. WFIN, which stands for We're Fountain in News. And we already are South Carolina's independent newscaster, so we're going to try to be Fountain Inns because that's where it's based. So, guys, if you are excited, make sure if you're watching on our YouTube channel to please like to that. And in the comments or in the description of that video that you'll be listening to on the podcast, we'll have the channel, all of that. And once you get on the future channel will have the links of where you can stream and find us on LinkedIn, which would be our social page. And I'm so excited, so I hope you are. So thank you for listening to our probably last 1 to 2 episodes of Essentials. We're excited for the new year, which has just popped up 3 days ago. We're excited for the new year. We're excited for what God is going to be giving us the wisdom for in this next podcast. So, guys, we're not going away on YouTube or on this podcast. We're just starting something new, and we hope you'll join us that. So we love you guys, and we love Jesus. So for Essentials Podcast, we love you and hope to join us at Brewed in Faith. Bye, guys.